Hey everyone, welcome back to Where's Manufactured Home Tours, and thank you for spending your time with me today. Now today we're going to check out the other half of the Sugar Run Duplex. So if you haven't seen the first half, you should go watch that video right now. Because without any further ado, let's check out the Sugar Run Duplex Part 2. We are starting off right where we left off on the last video, here in the back of the house. Now, taking a look, you see you have the two back doors right smack next to each other. Wanted to point that out. And as we come around the corner here, I'm seeing some nice vertical hardy board siding with plenty of windows to let the natural light in, and a 312 pitch roof. Now remember, what we're looking at today, everyone, is the Sugar Run Duplex built by Cavco Deming. This portion that we're looking at is the 3-bed, 2-bath side that sits at 1,050 square feet. The dimensions are 76 feet by 15 feet, and as we come across the front here, you'll see the porches are about 6 feet by 15 feet, and the porches and the fronts are exactly the same. I do like the fact that the doors are opposite to each other, not so close as the back, but that's nice. Now, saying how much this half is hard to say. I'd say maybe about $100,000 on up, but the whole house should be about $250,000. Let's go take a home tour.
Where's Will?
Now let's get inside because I'm excited to see the differences. Now walking in, it doesn't look so different from the other side. The living room here, we've got 8.5-foot sidewalls. We have some shelving built in right there. Some valances over the windows, which is really nice. Now the size of this living room, everyone, is about 13 feet 5 inches by 14 feet. It's looking pretty nice. And before we get going any further, do me a favor, hit that like button. It always helps the channel out, helps me out. And if you haven't done so, consider hitting that subscribe button so then you know when these home tours are posted. But I'll cheat and tell you, they come out on Wednesdays and Fridays. So there. Now it's coming around here. This is the real big difference. You kind of lose your dining room here. So looking over here, they move the dining room more closer to like the living area, and you have kind of a seating arrangement around the island there, which is nice. Seating for about 3 or so, and you can fit a small table there, so that's nice. You have a small pantry right here, and next to that, we also have the coffee bar. Here we have a nice microwave right there, some cupboards up top, which plenty of space, nice. That's where it all plugs in. And a little more storage here to the right as well, which is nice. Down here, I do like the choice in the countertop and the mosaic backsplash. That's looking pretty nice, but it's the exact same thing as the other side. And these doors, I tell you, are pretty sticky, but you start using these, they'll be less sticky. Now coming into the kitchen, this is the real big difference of both homes here. Now you see we've got the black appliance package here, which you could change. On the other side of the home, you had a full island. This is connected to the wall. As you see, you have a standard 2-sided sink here, and over here you have a electric range right there. Like I said, I do like that mosaic backsplash tile. It really kind of helps this home pop a little bit, and I really love the valances around all the windows. And I'd really like to know what you think about this home. Let me know in the comments below. If you're like, you think I'm wasting my time, give me a 1. Like, meh, Will, what are you doing? Now, standard tour, give me a 2, thank you, see you later, bye. If you like it, maybe give me a 3, tell me why. And if you love it, give me a 4 and tell me more. Now, coming down here, this home has some great texture in the walls, and we are going to go down room by room. So this first guest room is 7 feet 2 inches by 10 feet 6 inches, and right there, that's one of the some of the options that you can kind of have in this home. I think they were trying to show, because this home was being shown at the New Mexico Manufactured Housing Association yearly meeting, and everybody came and took a look at it from here all the way to Idaho. So, a lot of people are interested in these homes and what they're going to do for communities and people abound. So that's really cool about these duplexes. And it's great to see everybody from all over come and take a look. Now we're going to hop in to the guest bath here. And now the guest bath's looking great. We got your standard 60 by 30 wraparound surround shower. You don't have to worry so much about water seeping in into your walls and all of that good stuff. Nice good latex paint in here, of course. I do like the mirror there. That's good. We got an elongated toilet So far, it's looking really nice. I do like the molding. The air in this home does come from the floor, so the registers are down there. But let's check out the second guest room. And the second guest room, pretty much almost a carbon copy of the other side. This is 7 feet 2 inches by 10 feet 6 inches. And you can definitely fit a twin in these rooms, maybe a full, I'm not sure. But pretty decent amount of size. Now, again, this is 1,050 total square feet. And so far, I think they've done a great job in packing in as much as they could on this side of the home. And on the left here, you see that big long wall. That is your firewall. So that is your safety barrier between you and your neighbor. So just wanted to point that out. And as we come into the primary, nice big windows right there. Natural light, of course. The size is 11 feet 8 inches by 10 feet 6 inches. So looking pretty nice. Nice, good amount of room. And this side even has a second bath, which is in the primary, we're going to take a look at in a moment. But first, let's check out what's going on in here in the primary closet. And it's actually a decent amount of space. You have your wooden coat rods. You have the wooden shelves. That's nice. See, plenty of room over here. You even have enough room for a dresser there in the front, which is kind of nice. We're walking into the primary bath here, and we have a oversized shower here. I think that's about a 42-incher. Nice transom window, letting that natural light in and air. We have even seats in that shower with a step down for about 4 inches or so. And then over here, the backsplash, nice straight tile, not the mosaic like in the kitchen, excuse me. A nice mirror there, and an elongated commode right there off to the side. So, I mean, this home being a duplex is pretty darn nice, all the way around. It's interesting because, like, now I want to go watch my first video and really compare both of how everything, is because, or even, what, at the end, take a look and pause it at the at the floor plan. You could really see the difference in the floor plans. But if you'd like to know more about this home, remember to always click the link in the description below to find out more and really just to find out the price, where you can see it near you, and just generally get more information. If you have any questions, please leave them down here. I'll try to answer those. But thank you, everybody, for joining me. Let's head on back to the office in a moment so we could talk a little bit more about the duplex and what's next in the manufactured housing community, because with this edition, you never know what their minds are going for next. See you in a second. Hey everyone, welcome back from that home tour of the Sugar Run Duplex. Like I said, if you missed Wednesday, go back and watch it because that was one half. Today is the other half. So, what's amazing about this home, if you really consider it, we just took a look at two separate homes, but all together in a double wide, you have 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2 kitchens. That's amazing to put all of that in a home like this and even add the firewall and all of the protections and all of the things that, make your home comfortable, kind of like the coffee bar over there in the corner, the shelving unit in the living room. I think they did a great job in packing as much as they could into this house. And that leads me to believe that it's only going to get bigger, better, and bolder. Duplexes, I think the first one I saw was maybe like 2 years ago or something like that, and they've just kind of gained popularity. This one is, I call it a shotgun style, where it's straight down. Well, they have some that are side by side, so you have front door and front door instead of, in the front like this. And it's just only going to get better. We just did a video not too long ago of a manufactured home that it was on stilts, had 2 on the bottom, 2 on top. So consider that a quad wide, right? So, and I think we can only do better when it comes to the housing and the housing shortages, and keep an eye out for all of the innovations that are coming, because I can see apartment buildings being built, like this. I can see a lot of things happening. And I mean, even in site-built construction, I have a construction site not too far down the road, but it's funny is I'm seeing like wall panels being brought in, and trestles being brought in. So you know what, they're prefabbed in a factory, just like our homes, and then they're shipped over there. So it's crazy. what we can do with these materials and everything that we have. And this home is a great example of that because, like I said, it's only going to get bigger, better, and bolder. So keep an eye out for that. But with that, I'd like to say thank you for joining me today, everyone. I hope to see you again real soon, wherever that home tour is going to be. But until then, remember to live smarter, choose manufactured, have a wonderful day, and travel easy. I'll see you soon.